Good morning, Soul Peeps. Thank you for visiting me this morning. Have you ever considered the impact that you have on people around you? Or do you think that the people that rear us ever really consider the impact that they've had on us? I got a phone call yesterday from my mom and my dad, and it really touched me. It really touched me because I'd have to say that I admire those two people so incredibly much. That what they have experienced in their lives, what they have taught me, what they have shown me, what they've allowed me to experience is amazing. You know, I think we have the families that we're born into, and, you know, there are blessings in two ways. There are blessings in the dysfunction that they have because we become those things that we don't want and those things that we do want simply because of the environments that we're reared in. And then there are the blessings in the many gifts that they bring and teach us. And my parents came to the United States back in the 60s, and they only had $8 in their pockets. They actually came to Canada first. They were in Vancouver, which is where I was born. And they came with $8 in their pockets, and I always, my whole life, have thought, what courage, what amazing courage these two individuals had to leave their home country in their 20s and come to a foreign place and completely start and build what they needed to build for 4 children and raise 4 children and work incredibly hard. And, you know, they've always worked so hard. I know that when I was in my mother's womb, she had 4 or 5 jobs while she was pregnant with me. She would get up in the mornings very early, about 5 a.m., and she'd go to the post office and sort mail. And after that, she would come home, and it would be 8 o'clock in the morning, and she would take care of 2 children, one of which was disabled. And then it would come time for the afternoon, and she'd have my brother come home, and then at 5 o'clock she would leave and she'd go work at a job in a department store folding clothes in a baby section. And then she would go to the college nearby and sell Avon, and then pick up term papers that she would type into the night. And this was the life that she lived for quite a while my dad was studying in school, and he was very deep in his research and working equally hard in his work to try to attain what he needed to provide for us. And I think back at how hard my 2 parents have worked and how much they gave us, how much they gave me. And I definitely attribute my work ethic to that. I definitely attribute my spirituality to them. And they called me yesterday, and my mom has never been one that was really great at handing out compliments. And she said to me yesterday how proud she was of me and my courage. And it's what I've admired about them for so long. And I thought, wow, we don't realize what we are even doing. I haven't really thought about the courage it takes to undertake the rebel road and everything unknown that I'm about to. But it's amazing how much we want to hear those things even at the age of 45. How much it means to hear that your parents are proud of you. How much it means to hear that they care. And then my dad called later, and he said, I've been following your videos on YouTube, and I see the moments that you get emotional, and sometimes it makes me cry. And my dad is a saint walking on this earth, if there ever was one. He's the most beautiful spiritual being I've ever known. And for him to say that to me, part of me wanted to say, oh gosh, I don't want to make him cry. But the other side of me also knows that tears are the most healing thing that could ever happen. And so that is a beautiful thing, whatever it is bringing up for him. And I think, do they even know? Do they even have any idea how they have impacted me and my sister, who has done so well, and my brothers who have done so well, and they're all amazing creatives that are very service-oriented and give back to this world in beautiful ways? And do my parents even acknowledge themselves for what they've done, for what they've given the planet? Do you acknowledge yourself for the people that you've touched, or the children that you've raised, or how you've impacted those around you? And it doesn't matter if it's been in a trigger or an upset, or you've gotten someone really, really pissed off, or if you've loved someone and cared for someone and taught them something, because in both ways you have been a gift. In both ways you have helped them on their journey with exactly what they asked for and needed from you before you all came. And so I just was given an opportunity to really sit down and take a moment to say thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for all you've taught me, for all you've given me. Thank you for every ounce of love and any pieces of pain. Thank you for helping me be strong and courageous and take leaps of faith. Thank you for allowing me to have the work ethic that I do. Thank you for letting me understand how to be a good mom and a good dad. And just thank you for picking up the phone yesterday. It means a lot to know the people around you care and love you. And I also want to say, I acknowledge me today. I acknowledge my courage, because those calls came yesterday after I stopped for a second and I thought, what the hell are you doing, Simmy? You are losing your mind. You're about to get in an RV and go around the country. You have no idea where you're going, how you're going to do this, where you're going to set this up, if anyone's even going to show up, how you're even going to fund this. You think you can do these things? Are you crazy? And we all go into those places of doubt. And I got there yesterday, and the universe inspired 2 phone calls that meant the world to me and helped me know that we can achieve great things. We can go many places. And then we all have within us the wherewithal to not only create amazing lives, but to touch others. And so on this day, I ask that you acknowledge those caregivers that you had, that wounded you and blessed you. I ask that you acknowledge yourself for who you've been in other people's lives. And I ask that you just look at the courage you've held, because you have. You've held courage to walk through whatever it is that you've walked through. You've had courage to create whatever it is you've created. You've had courage to stay stuck and to say, I finally want more. And you've had the courage to breathe each day, to wake up every single morning and put your pants on and get outside. And that takes courage. We chose to be human beings. And that is the most incredible gift that a spiritual being can have. And it is also the most courageous experience one can accept. So I honor you in love, of love, and with love. I see the divine in all. I cherish it. I celebrate it. And I can't wait to touch it and hold it and be with it in every single place across this country over the next year. Thank you for being with me on my daily diary journal. I give you my love, my commitment, my courage, and my example. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for everything.